Hello my darlings and welcome back or welcome to Weiser Tarot. This is your week ahead reading for Sunday the what day is it? Sunday 6th of April until Saturday the 12th of April. I don't know, I think I've got my dates a bit mixed up because I'm sure I used to go from Monday to Saturday or Monday to Sunday. I don't know, but Whenever you're reading this, honestly my brain is so gone. Whenever you're watching or listening to this, then you know it's meant to be. So I'm a great believer in that. So this week I am using the Weiser Tarot. And it's basically a modern take on the Waite-Smith. It's a different coloration, which is quite cool, and the cardstock is delightful. So, I hope you're well. Let us see what is in store for us this week. We have got a pretty interesting week ahead. How's everybody finding Neptune and Aries? Because this will be the first full week. It's been interesting. I mean, you might not have felt anything, and that's perfectly normal because Neptune is an outer planet, so it's a generational planet, so it'll take a while, you know, for things to kind of develop. But we shall see. So let's go look. Oh, that came flying out. Right. There we go. Queen of Swords, how lovely. She obviously got something to say to us. We have got the World. And we've got the Tower. Oh, you can't make it up. Good, you know, at the bottom of the deck we have got the Six of Swords. Okay. Where do I start? Just where the fuck do I start? Well, we start at the beginning. We start with the Queen of Swords, okay? And I have been thinking a lot about the Queen of Swords. For anybody who is new or doesn't know this already, she's my favourite card in the entire tarot deck, okay? And I'll tell you why. Because the Queen of Swords takes no bullshit, okay? And she gives no fucks. It's a different energy for, say, the Queen of Wands, okay, who is just like all the fire and all the passion and the spellcraft and witchy queen, if you like, right? But what I like about the Queen of Swords is she can be quite calculating. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Negative aspects of the Queen of Swords can be, you know, like calculating in a difficult and a horrible way. But ultimately, she is very calculating in her next moves. You know, she watches everybody first. You know, she's the person, or, you know, it doesn't need to be female, you know, but they're the person in, say for instance, in a meeting, right? Say it's a business meeting and you sit there and everybody's fighting it out and everybody's arguing about this, that and the other, and everybody's so desperate to get their opinions heard, and you know, it's like, oh me, oh look at me, hi. And then the Queen of Swords just sits there and she silently observes, and she makes a mental note of everybody, you know, and makes a mental note of everything that's going on, and formulates a strategy in her mind. You know, it's like she's very strategy orientated, and then she'll say her piece, and it's very much a case of this week. What I'm feeling is, you know, be very cautious in how loud you talk. And I don't mean like the actual volume. I mean, it could be maybe some of you are going to the library and you want to be quiet. I don't know. But it's like, be very quiet with the noise that you're making this week. Don't show your hand right away, okay? There is an ending going to be coming up this week, and it's perfectly normal. We've got endings and we've got beginnings constantly, right? So ask yourself, you know, what needs to end? You know, we are coming up to the full moon in Libra. You know, so again, that's an opportunity to let things go. It's a really potent time. You know, between the new moon and the full moon, it's a very potent time. You know, it's the what I like to think of full moons as the beginning of the end. Okay, so it's like halfway through the lunar cycle, and it's the beginning of the end. So the world is a portal. Okay, it's essentially a portal, right? It's ruled by Saturn, so it's hard lessons being learned. You know, there's going to be some hard lessons learned, and it could be that this week you're coming to the end of those. I mean, it could be that after a period of time you have decided, right, you know what, that is it. I am going to move forward, right? It's also really important to remember, and this is coming into me here, this week heralds the start of the new financial year. So if you're a business person, or if you're wanting to maybe register a business, that kind of thing, you know, this could be a perfect opportunity this week. If you're starting a new job this week, you know, it's like, fantastic, congratulations on your new job. But you know, what you really need to remember is what needs to end. Is it friendships? Is it relationships? Is it relationships with unhealthy coping mechanisms, right? Because we've got the Tower as well. Okay, now the Tower is sudden, unpredictable changes. Okay, but what we always need to remember is, right, it's chaos. Okay, the Tower is chaos. The Tower is Mars. Okay, so we've got Saturn here and we have got Mars in the Tower, right? We've got two big hitters. We have got what we call in astrology, we have got the two malefic planets. Okay, now what the malefic planets are is the ancients believed that they harboured kind of doom, or they kind of harboured like the harder things in life, and they did. You know, they signalled harder lessons. Saturn, the world is all about endings, and it's about taking the hard fought lessons and putting them into practice. Now the thing is that the Tower could show up, and it could be a big tower, it could be a little tower, it depends, you know. But I think it's one of the things where things are going to be shaking up this week. Are they going to be shook up, shaking? I don't know. But I think, you know, with the Queen of Swords here, and she's the queen that is going to be like kind of a guiding us through this week. I think that's worth noting, because it isn't one of the gentler queens. You know, it's the analytical queen. Okay, so I think, you know, we can take some solace for that. The fact that, you know, it's like, if we fall on we skin our knees, you know, if we fall and we need like a plaster, or, you know, you get a bruised or cut knee or something, right? The Queen of Swords isn't going to say, oh, there, oh, you're so, oh, come on, get a wee hug, you know. That's the Queen of Cups, right? The Queen of Swords will basically put the TCP and the iodine in it, it'll burn like fuck, and she'll put the bandage on it, and she'll say, right, that's you, toughened up, that's it, clean, that's it, tidy, that's it, in a road to recovery. Go on with the rest of what you were doing. Right, let's no mope about with this, let's no dwell in it, let's just keep on going. And I think that is that's important to pay attention to this week, you know. I don't feel like the energy coming through is going to allow us to really sit and wallow. This isn't a week to wallow, just my impressions of the energy coming through. This is a week to stand up for what you believe in. This is a week to believe in yourself. Okay, and maybe it's a week for a wee bit of tough love. Okay, it's no gentle energy, neither it is. It's endings, and it could be shocking endings. You know, this is this combination here. But rest assured that we will get through it. You know, we will get through whatever is going on. You know, and I think that's a key takeaway. regardless of what's going on in your life, whether it is personally, whether it is professionally, whether it's in a global scale or whether it's in a community scale, okay? Yes, it feels like there is so much going on right now and the world's fucked. But remember, and I will keep on saying this, right? I will reiterate this over and over again, right? Control what is within your control. Okay, concentrate in those things, the existential things. You might feel like you're having an existential crisis, and believe me, I wake up most days thinking I'm having an existential crisis. I probably am, but I'm probably not actually. I just like to be dramatic first, I'll get things done. But what I'm feeling here for this week is it's like go at your own pace. Okay, we're coming to the tail end of the retrograde energies of Venus and the Mercury retrograde energies. Incidentally, Monday adds up to an 11 day, so it's a really powerful day numerically. Just as an aside, that popped into my head there. So I think that all in all this week, go with caution, expect the unexpected with that Tower energy. Thank the lessons that you've learned. Be grateful for the lessons that you have learned. And just really know that your analytical brain will get you through this. Okay, my darlings. It feels okay, to be honest. Right enough. A tower is one of my birth cards, so I kinda like a tower. But really, it's like, please don't be afraid, don't watch this, and I am not a harbinger of doom. I am not about to, whilst I don't sugarcoat anything, I'm still not about to lead you into misery. Things happen with us as opposed to us, and I do believe that. We can participate in as much as we like, or we maybe don't participate. It's entirely up to you. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so. The links are in the description box below. You just head to my website, www.marienktarot.com. Okay, I will see you in the next one. Remember, your monthly readings for all signs are now up on the channel. You can check yours out. Okay, take care, my darlings. Bye.